Okay, let's continue this. So continue with E and try to have the same lines as the other points. E and E. Something like this. We look upon it from the side, and we can select these, move these up to light, and this G down. Something like that. And I want to, we can actually select this and this, press F, 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 and F. Yeah, and if we now look upon this from the side, we see we need to change these G, G, G and Y, something like that. I need that point, and take that G and Y, something like this, G, Y, and G, Y, G, Y. It doesn't need to be super exact since we're just doing a loop polycar, but yeah, something like this. And from the top, yeah, I want to make sure just that we don't have any overhang, so we GG, move this out, something like that. And that should be the black backlight. And we have a lot of points, we don't want that, so we can select like this, press H, and look from the back again, and I can see, okay, we have the same issue as before, that is the backlight, the side of the backlight doesn't really line up with the backlight. No, so I think we follow the top, but we wanted to, yeah, but we can use this view anyway to get the center here. So GG, move it over here, GG over here, and take these two and GG down. Yeah, GG down, something like that. Or I think we select all of these and press S to scale in Z and 0, so we get them in the same line. I forgot that one, but then we can press Shift Tab to activate the snapping tool, and press G, Z, and snap in that height, and that will do the same thing. Okay, great. And now we can press Alt H to bring everything back, and now we need to start creating the roof. And I think actually we'll cut some corners for real. We will not make this soft corner here. I think we just cheat a little bit and move these two vertices up like this, and move these vertices forward like this. Yeah, that will do for this time. And then we need to start to shape the car a little more, and I think we should, maybe we can, okay, so now we need to look at the reference image to see how the car really looks. So we pull this down, and we can go to the corner up here until the symbols change, and we pull down and we get a new window. We select here and choose image editor, and we choose image, open, and we take a reference image, something like this, open. And this works like the other windows, so we scroll and zoom as before, and you can see that that line goes up with the window, so we can yeah, we should not continue it backwards. So it's good to know. So I think we can actually take these 2 points and press G, X, and move them outwards, something like that. And if we look from the top, yeah, I think the GX, I think we really should pull the car. I did this wrong. I select all of these and look from the top and GX. Press Shift Tab to unactivate the snapping tool. I think something like that. And we will get this car to really slim down in the back. Okay, let me take these, press S, Y, 0, so we scale them to be more straight. And I think we need another line here, so we can press K for the knife tool, press up here and drag it down, something like that. Press enter and we have new vertices. And I want it to be nice. We can select all of these and press S, Y, 0, and they are also straight. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Now we take these, press E, drag it down. I think we should rotate them to R, something like this. Then we press, yeah, I think we should try to keep the window to be simple. So down, and if we look from the top now, we can see that we need to shape this a little bit. We can press G so we stay in line, and GG. I think actually we should change that one to follow that line instead, and this one, yeah, something like that. I think that will work kind of nice. Okay, so let's try to make this side as well. But I think we want to try to have this side to go around like that. But now I can see we have too few, so we make a loop cut here, something like that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and they go over here. Okay. And I think we select these again, look from the side. Yeah, not too shabby. But I think we continue with this first. So we have activated the auto merge vertices. So if you now press E and undo that, and press Shift Tab, press E, and let's snap not as I want to. So we change this to active, deselect and select that one, and E over here, E, and now both were selected, so we need to do that again. Oops. G, something like that, and now we have lost the degree. I don't want that. So I think we need to select the top ones like that, look from the back, maybe press G, X, Shift Tab, something like that. Yeah, we need to shape this better later on, but take that GG. We can actually take this force one and press E and pull them up, and these two press F. Oh, these 4 and press F, and we have kind of a nice. Nice shape. So if you now select these 4, press F, these 2, F, 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 I think we need to GG. Issue in the corner, but maybe we can, oops. Select this first, F. So now we have a corner piece. That's not what we want, so we need to fix that. If we add another loop cut up here somewhere, something like this, and then we get a 4. Okay, now we just need to distribute this so it get equal. And you see we have a flare down here, so I think we need to fix this. So we can try first with right click and choose smooth vertices, and it kind of adjusts itself to be better. And then we can help it GG and drag it. It actually just went back. We don't want that. So then we can, or we can do like this. So we press these 2, D, delete vertices. I take F here and F here. Let's look how that shape is looking. Great. And a new vertices here, and a new vertices there. Great. So if we now fix the new walls, yeah, this looks much better. Something like this. F. It's actually still dipping down, but okay, you get the. Just have to fix it, and we really need to. Fix this one up. I think it's easier if we now fix all the. I think it's easier if we fix all the faces first, and I think we pull this up to get a little smoother action, something like that. And I think actually we should, oops, shift tab to turn off snapping, something like that, and we press GG, and this one GG, GG. Yeah, I think that will look kind of nice. So now we have our car, and we have the windows, we don't have the wheels, and we don't have the lights, so we need to give it materials later on. But first we should fix the underneath of the car. So we press Alt, left click, press E in X to extrude, something like that, and we press S to scale in X and 0. Yeah, then we can actually take these and just make faces of them. Let's see, we're going to get problems, but nobody will see, so it's kind of okay. That was not okay, but if we take these 3 and we just get a triangle there, it's okay, nobody will see it. And then we take the other wheelhouse, and we take EX, drag it in, maybe some more GX, scale in X0, so we get a straight line. Yeah, so maybe we can even, if we look from it from underneath, we can press Shift Tab GX, so we scale it so we have the same depth in the wheelhouse as the front. And now we, oops, and now we are looking from the wrong view. But anyhow, press like this, F, these two, FF. Okay, great. So now we should just fix the underside of the car. It will look better in the renders when the light doesn't go up under the car. So I think what if we do like that? Okay, so I pressed Alt and left click. So if we press F now, yeah, this is all we wanted to do. So this will work. It's not the quad, but it doesn't matter. Okay, it's almost look like a car or like a Saab. So time to do the wheels. I think something's not quite right here. Let's see now. I was too aggressive when I pulled this in, so we need to pull it out. Or is it the rest of the car that's not enough pulled in? So let's look upon it from the front. So this line, and yeah, this line. How does it look from the front? Yeah, we can pull it in a bit. G, and this you can work with all day and never get happy anyway. So it's, yeah, I'm not happy, but it's kind of hard actually here. So it's might be correct. Yeah, but I liked it the other way before, so I think we pull it out again. And this we can pull out a little bit. GX, Shift Tab to be able to do this a freehand. Yeah, something like that. I think we should select these two and press Shift. No, right mouse button and choose Smooth Vertices. Yeah, that will do it. We can actually take this one, GG, something like that, and GG. So you can smooth out the transition. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so wheels. Start out in the front, and I think we should create a wheel that is 12 sides. So we start out with pressing Shift, right mouse button to move the 3D cursor, the point where the new object will be created, and we press Shift A and mesh, and I think we just go with the circle. Yeah, and right now it's rotated. You can only see it from top, so we want to rotate it around Y. So we press 90 here. It's too big, and we want only to have 12 sides. This is how round you want your tire to be, and I want this to be low hollow, so we go with that and scale it down something like that. Yes, and move it out a little bit. GX, and now we press tab to edit mode, extrude in X, pull it out. Can I see the tire from? Oh, it's really wide. Activate X-ray mode, GX. I want it wider than it is on the car, but GX, and not too thin. Okay, and now we press, we can actually start the back. Alt left click ES, and we can do something like that. And then Alt left click, look upon the car from the side, ES, something like that. Yeah, and right now it's not, I think we should hide the car for now. And we look upon only the tire, and I want to turn off shading as well. or you can use Alt X and you turn, oops, Alt Z, I mean, to turn on and off the X-ray mode. But I want to add loop cuts, so Control R, put one here, and then select Alt left click GG, and we get a small radius on that one. Okay, and we can just do like this, EX, so you get the wheel. Doesn't need to go the whole way, but okay, it actually went too far. EX, something like that. Yeah. Okay, so now we need to do the, we call it the rim. Alt left this, and we press Shift D to duplicate. Right click, so it's in the same place as before. Press P to separate selection, and now we have a new selection. We can call this rim, and this is the which one is the car? So Alt H to bring it back. Oops, this is the reference cube as well. Let's hide it, and hide it from render as well. Select the car. Okay, the car's name is Circle. That's kind of bad. Let's name it to Body, because it's the car body. Okay, now we try again. Select this one. Oh, we hide the car again. H. Select this one. Look from the side. Ah, okay. We need it, the reference image we need, because that's okay. So the rim, why can't I see it? Because that box is back. I'm starting to get tired or something. So okay, we look from the side again. Yes. And now I can see that. Okay, how does this wheel looks? It not these rims. We need to change the image, so we can choose image, open. Yeah, here they are, open. Okay, so they have okay, so we take edit this, select all by pressing A, press E, S, scale it in, something like that, and then we press E, S again. I think it will go in something like this. ES. I think actually we can. Yeah. ES. And now we can just start to fix this FF, Control R, add a loop cut, so we get quads, F, and we can select these. Oops. Okay, we select by faces instead, press number 3 and select like this, and we press EX and put it in. Okay, so now we need to get this cool pattern. So look from the front. This is not the best reference image. It's not even the rim I want. Okay, but I know how I want the rim to look, so let's create that. This is not in the center anymore. I want to fix that. So we select this one, press Shift S, cursor to selected, and now it's in the center again. So Shift A, create a circle, and we can take 8 vertices instead. Rotate it around Y 90 degrees and scale. And we scale it in Z, G, Z up, something like that. We need to add some thickness to this. So we take this one, add a modifier, solidify modifier. And yeah, I want to go the other way, and we can make it a little bit thicker, so 0.02, yeah, something like that will be great. Okay, so now we take this part and we want it to look something like this. So we have this part, and we press in edit mode and vertex mode, and we press Shift D, and then right click and then S to make it bigger. And then we can actually pull it out a little bit. So GX, something like that. Yeah. And then we make our faces by pressing F. Great. And then we select this F, F, and we want a new something like that. And I'm now making the part we're going to cut out these holes with. F, and if we do it on the back side as well, select these, F, F, Control R, look at in the back as well, F, F, yes, something like that. And I think it might be a little too shallow, but no worries, we just try. So we'll select the rim, just hide the tire for now. So select the rim is too wide, I think. Yeah, so we need to change this to maybe 0.012. Yeah, that's better. And we need this part to go out in the other side. So we press tab, look upon it from the front, from the top, G, X, and now it goes through the part, and that's what we want. Okay, so if we now select, we can actually turn off X-ray mode, Alt Z, select this part, and then we select a Boolean operation, and I want a Boolean with this part, and I want to, we can call this cut Boolean, hide it. Yeah, something like that. Looks great. And I see we might need to move it a little bit because it's, yeah, it should be closer to the ring. So, and I think the issue is, so if we bring back the cut, we can make it a little bit bigger as well, because if we, I think that's the issue. Yeah, let's make it bigger, because if we want to have 3 of these, we need to have it bigger. So scale it up, G, Z, down. Yeah, and now it's closer to the ring, absolutely. Yeah, and look, yes, better. It's not perfect, but it will do for this time, just to show you how we can use it. But now we need to make an array of this. So we save. The way to do it is that we start out by creating an empty, Shift A, empty. We can take plain axis in the center of the wheel. And we want the cut Boolean to have a modifier, and we want this to be an array. And we want it to be 3 parts, and we want no relative offset. We want it to be an object offset, and we want that object to be the empty. And as you can see, something is happening, but it's really wrong. So if we start out by pressing Control A and only apply the rotation and scale, something like that. Now it's just apply like the height of the place regarding to the empty, but we want a rotation. So if we select the empty, I want this to rotate. I want 3 of the objects, and that we need to rotate this in X axis. So we write 360 because that's a complete circle divided by 3, and we have something like that. So they are rotated correctly but in the wrong place, so we need to change this. So we select one of this. So we need, the issue now is that the location of the empty is not the same location as this one. So we need Z value to be the same in a way. So we can actually, we need to move the point of origin. So we can actually go to object, set origin to the 3D cursor, and everything is correct. Because that was the issue. And if we now hide, we have our wheel. Okay, so this is our rim. We're happy with that. Bring back the tire, and looks great. But I think we need to fix this issue at the back. I pulled it down too far, so we just delete this actually. Delete the vertices, take these ones and press activate the snapping, Shift Tab, G, X, and snap to one of these, and just select these 4. Oops, too many. Select these 4. F. Great. Okay, and now if you look at from, yeah, it looks great. And now we just want to set the rim to have a parent, and we want the wheel to be the parent. And so we press Ctrl P and set parent object. So if you now select the tire and move, it all will move with it. But as you can see, we kind of forgot the Boolean objects, the cut Boolean. So show that again, select this one and select the tire and press Ctrl P object. And now if we move it, we still have forgotten one thing, and that is to set the empty to have a parent as well. So we do the same thing, and practice makes perfect. So now we select it. So now it works like that, and we take it down and hide cut boolean for both render view and work view. Okay, great. So now if we press Alt H, okay, this ref cube is still there, and I can see, okay, the tires are a bit small, and yeah, we need to hide this like that. And are they too small? Maybe, but I think it works. Regarding to the blueprint, it will work. And now we can actually do like this. We can scale it up. And since this is the parent, everything will follow. Yeah, but I think it looks kind of okay. Let's just tuck it in a little bit. Turn off snapping, Shift Tab. Maybe post it here somewhere. Okay, so now I want to make copies to the other places of the car. And there are several ways to do this, but I think I just do it quick and dirty. And is to delete this stuff or not delete, but I think we just make a copy of the tire, select all the pieces, press Shift D, and then we take this tire and pull it into a new, we call this backup, a new collection. So we have an extra tire in here. Great, hide it. And now we take our tire and we hover over here and activate the modifiers. So we press Ctrl A and Ctrl A. And we don't need this empty anymore. Delete, delete. Delete. I think that was the backup. But anyhow, this will work fine. Yep. And now we take this tire and drag it to the side. So Shift D, select these two parts and drag it to the side. So Shift D, Y, put it in the back. I think we can rotate it a little bit so it's different from the front. Take all these four parts and just mirror them. Take this one, add a mirror, and we choose the car as a mirror. This one, something like that. Great, so now we have a Saab. So time to give it some materials, maybe other details later on, but we start with the materials. So what color we want the car to have? We can just minimize that window right now and go down to this material properties, and we do an easy material addition. So we press new and we call this car paint. Great. And we can go here so we see the material. And what do we want? I think I want to have a light bluish metallic, something like that. Yeah. So what I did was choose the color in the base color and then metallic, how metallic we want the paint to be. And the roughness is how glossy it should be. And I don't want it to be too glossy. Something like that will be fine. Great. And as you can see, we need to have more material here. So let's select the body and press tab. And now we need to start adding materials. We need another material. Press the plus sign, add new, and we want to have the bumper material. Bumper. Great. And I want that to be kind of black. Not completely black, but almost. And now we can press yeah, that would be great. So Alt left click and Shift Alt left click, Alt left click, Alt left click. That got too much. So we start out by this and pressing assign. Yeah. And we can also press we select these by hand and go back. I'm holding the shift, but I'm gonna do this. Something like that. The bumper. Great. And then I think this should be the bumper materials also. Assign. Whoops. Bumper. Assign. Great. And then we want the window. So we add a new material, and we call this window. And I want the windows to be black and kind of shiny. So we can select the window parts. These should be windows. Window. Let's look from the top. Yeah, yep. So we scroll up and take the window, assign. Yeah, I think that's starting to look good. And now I want to have rubber on the wheels. The wheelhouse we need to change into something really dark black. So we call this one for wheelhouse. Make it really black. Wet no. I take the roughness really high, so we don't get no reflections from within. And we fix the wheelhouse. And under tray of the car also assign. Okay, let's hide the tires for now. Something like that. Wheelhouse, assign. Something like that. Assign. Great. And we show the tires again. Great. It's coming together nicely. And now we want... Yeah, let's fix the wheels first. Select the wheels, new material. Let's call this rubber. Great. And I want it to be black. And not too shiny. Yeah, I actually think I will go with this. Yeah. Right away. And now we have that material, so we just choose it from the list. And now we want to have something, we call this steel. And we just pull the metallic up, and I think we should be good. Yeah, and we choose the steel here. Great. This kind of looks like a car. Okay, so now let's fix the lights. So select the body again. And I want to know how does the car look. Let's look from the front. So it's going this one, I think. Okay. I think that one should be the blinker lights. I think we go with this one, these two, and we can add another material. Let's call this front light. And I want it to be white, and I want it to be emission. So I want it to have white emission, maybe a little bit yellow in that. And let's press assign. Turn on material preview again. It doesn't look too cool. So let's change or add a bloom effect in Eve. Now we can see it's like glowing a little bit, but I want more effect. So let's go down and add emission strength, maybe up to 10. Yeah, much cooler. And then we need to have some kind of turn light color. Okay, and I can see we need a reference image again. So we need a new image. Open. How does the car look from the front? Let's take this one. Okay, it's divided. Here we need to fix that. So we just do it easy this time. We just press Ctrl R. I divided the whole car. you can do that better, but okay, we just go with it this time. And select this one, because that should be a front light, and the part below should be turn light. So we add a new material, and we can actually choose the front light and make a copy of that and call this turn light. Or we make it, whoops, and we make it orange. You can see not so much happened if you assign it. It's still really white, and that's because the emission color is still really white. So if we turn this over to orange, we have the same light strength, but it's look cool. I think actually the white is too strong. I think we should go down to 5 maybe. So we go to front light and do the same. Yeah, it's quite intense. And we can see here in the front, we should do something with some chromey parts. Yeah, and we can actually go with the bumper material here. And I look at the reference image, and this is why the reference image are so important. And now we can actually go with, I think we select these two, press I, something like that, and we can take these three, GG, pull them over like that, and then we select. This will not be perfect, but it will be a quick fix. And press B to change the border, something like this, and change to 1. And I want these 3 to be in the same line, so scale in Z and 0. And something happened. It's because I think we can move this over. GG. We can leave it. That will be it will be chrome, so it will look a bit weird, but it will be okay. Yep. And we select this one and this one, press I and pull it down, and we select this one and this one in the bottom, scale, Z. And why I want to do this is because the front is so important on a car, so I want it to be look kind of much as the real deal. So if we choose to go with a new material, we go with we call this one chrome, and we full metallic, and we press assign. Select this, and we can actually go with the wheelhouse. So really bad, like so something like that. Now we can see that it is a Saab. Great, so it's only the backlights left. So how does the backlight look? We change the image again. This one. Yeah, great. I think we skipped the rear light. We call it reverse light. It's called. You just go with the add lights. I can now see that we might have a problem. That we want that light to go, and we might need another line, but I think we can fix this by changing the lines here. Okay, so I think we need to take this one, this one, this one, and GG, take these over here, GG, GG, something like that. And we need to move this, yeah, over here. GG. And I can see that we need to change this as well. GG. Something like that. Okay, this not my best work, but anyhow, it works. Yeah, you get the idea. Okay, so now we just need to fix GG more like that, right? We move these over here. GG. Oops. Something like that. Great. And we select these two to be the turn light. And we can see now that, okay, this part is way too high, and I actually don't know why. So I think actually we need to change this, pull it up like up here. GG. Yeah, we need to lower this somehow. The proportions if off, but we need a new material, the backlight. So we can start out with the front light, make a copy by pressing that button and call it backlight. And we turn it red. And as the last time, change this as well to a red color. And now we select all the stuff that should be red and select the backlight and assign. Great. And now we just need to fix why it's so high here in this view and not in the other one. I don't know. Pull it down a little bit. Yeah, well, good enough. We can. Yeah. And then we just work with the car to make it better and better and better. But it's a lot of work to get it perfect. But I think this will be enough. And then we can add another blinkers here. Turn light. Just add a cube. Scale it down. And scale it in Y. SY. Move it up. Scale. Put it here. Add a material. We have the turn light material over here. And it's really far out. So we press G, X, and we have a turn light. Great. And I want a door handle as well. So Shift D. And I think we should have a door handle here somewhere. Scale in Y. Maybe here. And we change the color of that to the bumper. And we can, yeah. And you get the idea that you just move and change parts. And okay, the most important thing, we still want to wing, right? So we need to fix this. And I think we do that by we just add a wing, I think. And the wing is going from here, so we can take, yeah, we take these vertices, press Shift D, right click, P to separate the selection, tab, and we try to select this strange part. I think it must be this. We name it wing. Great. Look upon it from the side, press tab, A, oh, E, it's really aggressive right now. And now we should press S, Y, so scaling Y and zero it out. And then we press R, rotate, G, and press E, Z, so it's down a little bit, and E, like that, so we know that it's closed off. I think we should make it a little bit wider, maybe later. So now we can select this, press slash, and I want to close this off. So whoops, got too much. So select that again, F. Great, and look upon it from the side, press slash, and choose the bumper. And we don't need the other materials, so we can actually remove that for this bumper. So we just write minus, and we look upon it from the side. Good enough. And it's okay, it's a little more aggressive than I wanted. And I think we should change this one and move it forward. So G, something like that. Yeah, good enough. So this is one way to make a cool car. And then if we want to render it, we need a ground first. So Shift A, plane, and scale it up. And then we press G, Z, and I used to activate snapping, and G, Z to somewhere there. And then I actually used to do like this, select these two, press E, Z, up, and then we select two, so we select by edge and press Ctrl B to bevel, scroll wheel to get a softer edge, and we take shade smooth, so now it's really smooth. And then you just, how do I want to look upon the car? Maybe something like this. Select this one, the backdrop, R again around Z, move it like this, maybe scale it X or something. Yeah, and now we press Ctrl Alt 0 to take the camera up, and press G to move the camera, turn off the snapping, Shift Tab, and we can press G, Z. Yeah, something like that. But the lights is really important, and we do not go into that today. And we can press F12 to render. Yeah, so something like that. Alu Polycar Saab 900. Hope you have learned something new, and thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you think it was something to see. Thanks. Bye.